Hey, how's everybody doing today? Welcome back to Hot Topics. You have me here tonight by myself, LB. Guys, we're going to have a good show tonight. A real good show tonight. Just bear with me for 1 second while I plug a couple things in and we will get the show started. There's a couple topics that's real hot that's going on. Monique is one. Monique, she spoke out in reference to what she's seen in the airports and abroad while she was down in Georgia doing a couple of comedy shows while she was there over the past weekend on Friday. And also, we're going to be talking about the mass shooting that happened down in Florida. Also, the FBI, they're in the news as well. Quite naturally, police just can't stay out of the news for some odd reason. But we're going to be talking about that as well. I don't glorify any of the topics that we do talk about, but hey, somebody has to talk about what's going on. That being said, guys, check it out. We got something. My boy Flo Nice. He really did his thing on this one right here. Flo Nice, I really appreciate what you did for me, brother. We'll be back after this message.
We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the. Got a few situations that we wanna talk about. Got a few disagreements, we gon' need to talk it out. Right here in the hot seat, no need for another route. We gon' keep it 100 without the bottle count. LB gon' pull it out you. A dentist with a drill. Don't be all up in your feelings. Auntie gon' keep it real. Uncut with no chasing, no guard and no shield. Conversation productive, ain't worried about how you feel. Discussions keep on rising, shooting just like a rocket. They gon' need some addressing. Climaxing, can I stop it? Old news telling lies and getting out the pocket. This is Urban Bros Media, giving you hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. So put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor. We gon' hit them hot topics. We talking about them hot topics. We gon' hit them hot topics. Just put it on the, put it on the, put it on the, put it on the floor.
Flo Nice said that. I like that, my brother. Ace 100, Ace 100. He said, I'm like a dentist. We'll go into drill. And Auntie gonna give it to you real. I like that, Flo. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For all you guys who have not had a chance to check out his latest album, check it out. Tony Flo Nice. Go to all of the media spots. Check the brother out. His music is really, and I'm gonna put it since we're in that eating session hour. His music is very delicious. Very delicious. Yeah, Raymond. Yeah, appreciate that, my brother. Salute to you. Salute to you for checking in, my brother. Salute. Man, we got a good session tonight. A real good session. It kind of flipped up as to where we want to go with this to start things out. I think what I'm going to do, we're going to go into, let's do this. Let's flip-flop. Let's do the FBI first. We're going to go up to the agents. Up in the Maryland, D.C., Virginia area, they call it the DMV. Agent, he's charged with attempted murder of a man aboard in a subway. It just don't get no better than that, people. Just don't get no better than that. What happened, it said an FBI agent who shot a fellow passenger aboard a Washington, D.C. Metro train in line, this was in December, was arrested Tuesday for attempted murder, prosecutors announced. Now, check this out right there. Let's stop right there. Now, Eduardo Val is some Hispanic guy, Valdivia. He is charged. He was arrested and charged for attempted murder. And what it is, they're saying it was second degree attempted murder. With first degree assault, they gave him first degree assault with the use of a firearm and a reckless endangerment charges. Quite naturally, you had other people on the rail system there, and you shooting amongst other people, and you shot this guy. So the judge, Joanne Ryan, ordered him to be released on a personal bond, and he must turn over all firearms and his passport. Okay, let me ask you this question, family. When have a judge ever released someone who shot someone? Just a regular pedestrian. I shoot you, I get arrested, the judge release me and say, hey, we'll take away my passport, they'll take away my firearms. Wrong is wrong, people. No matter who inflicts the wrong on one another, wrong is wrong. And no, I don't think it's fair. And you guys let me know. This is the young man right here. You let me know how you feel about that. Let me know how you feel about that. This guy right here can walk around and shoot someone. They charge him with attempted murder. The judge issues him a bond. Let's see. Yes. The judge released him on a personal bond. What the hell does that mean? What is a personal bond? And he must turn over all firearms and his passport. And he did not even enter a plea. This is what's going on. These are the privileges these police officers get. If I wasn't mistaken, maybe I'm wrong. I thought a police officer was a human. I thought a police officer's mind is like my mind. It operates, it thinks, it can be rational, it can be irrational. But evidently, the judicial system is set up to where police officers are pampered so lightly. And these judges, these district attorneys, the courts are so fragile and scared as to what their fellow mates may say about them. These are the things that they get handed to them. This is the reason why so many police officers aren't scared to shoot a person for things like this right here. This is the mere reason why police officers are handed, now as I say, a silver spoon to do as will. Have fun. We're not going to give you that lashing we're going to give someone else who just goes out and shoots in the streets. Even though you can go out and shoot in the streets. But we're not going to do that to the others. This is what's happening here. That's what's happening with these guys right here. They get free will to go out and shoot in public. And a judge issues them a personal bond, which means you are to be released. That's what it said. It didn't say that the judge issued him a $500,000 bond, like they would do me and you, or $1 million bond. The judge issued this lady, Joanne, let's call her name out one more time. Joanne Ryan, R-Y-O-N, released this police officer on a personal bond. No money, it says, personal bond. And he must turn over all firearms and passport. Talk to me, family. Can you do that? Can you shoot someone in public, in a public vicinity, injure the person or kill them, get charged for attempted murder, and get issued a personal bond? When has that ever happened in your community? Take that back. When has that happened in your community when there's no police officer living in your community? I'm waiting. Somebody tell me something. When has someone in your community shot someone, got arrested for attempted murder, first degree, what did it say? It said first degree assault and use of a firearm and reckless endangerment charges. In Montgomery County Circuit Court record shows, Judge Joanne, Joan Ryan, Ryon, ordered Mr. Valdivia, Eduardo that is, to be released on a personal bond. Thank you, Maria. It has never happened in any of our communities. If we are to be released, it's not sudden. If we are to be released, you're coughing up some money. If we are to be released, trust me, they have ransacked your house and took everything they can possibly take out of your house. If you are to be released. Notice that key word I just stated, IF. I wish I could do sign language, but I can't. But IF. If you are to be released after shooting someone in a public place, or maybe not even, it don't have to be a public place. Just shooting a person, period. You have never heard of that person being released by the judge on a personal bond. Never said one thing about dollar figures, a personal bond, but it did state, oh, we'll take his guns and his passport. Won't take his money, but we will take his guns and his passport. I didn't see where this was him being. This was in Gaithersburg, Maryland. 37-year-old brother. He was on his way to work when he allegedly got into a verbal exchange with Stephen Slaughter while on a red line train. I know that train so very well. After 6 a.m. on December the 15th, when shots were fired. So you get into an altercation with a young man. Didn't say the other man had a gun. You're on your way to work, so you're suited and booted. You feel after arguing with Mr. Steven, you know what? I need to take this dude out of his misery. Really? And all I keep saying as I read the report, words were exchanged when Valdivia discharged his weapon several times. Just words. There's no video footage as to really what went down. It's he say, she say. You know, we can only go on that. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, as long as these court systems are biased for police officers, this will not change. It will not change, ladies and gentlemen, as long as the court systems, the police stations, the district attorneys and attorneys are pro-police. This won't change. There should not be any type of bias no matter who does the wrong. There should not be any privileges no matter who does the wrong. Unless someone can show me that wrong does not equal wrong, no matter who inflicts it, I have to stand by that. I'm not going to say I'm sorry. You know, that's just how the heart goes. And I'm quite naturally, everybody don't bleed and think like I do. But, and yes, I said bleed and think because everybody don't bleed like me. Some people bleed quick, some people bleed slow. For those who got to micro pick my words. But unless someone can show me that wrong equals wrong is not the same thing for all, I have to stand by that. I have to stand by that notion that, you know what, no matter who does the wrong, it's wrong. It's not right for a police officer to just have will to do as they choose because they wear a badge. I wasn't there when they took their oath. I wasn't there when they took their training. Leave it for everybody to see it. Let everyone see their training. To say, hey, you know what, maybe that guy shouldn't, or that lady right there shouldn't be on the force. Let everyone see some of the work of some of these judges. Say, hey, you know what, that lady shouldn't be a judge no more. That man shouldn't be a judge no more. Leave it to the people. Us. We're the one paying the salaries. Leave it to us to determine whether or not they should have that job. People say, well, hey, they do leave it to us. You get the vote. Do we really? Do we really get the vote on the credentials of the person? No, we don't, because we never get to see those credentials unless those who are really concerned about it enough to really do some digging, some hard-earned research to find out what this lady or what this gentleman actually has done. But I think it needs to be abroad. The same way these police stations, these television stations, these media platforms, they want to put out all the negative information. I was at a place today, and all I seen was the negativity of a brother and sister who did harm in the community. Why come I'm not seeing the negativity of the police station or the police officer that has done harm in the community after they've done harm to a person they got caught doing it to? Because quite naturally, the young man that I seen the date on the TV, I'm not gonna call his name out, that I seen the date on the television station, I'm sure that's not the first time he's done harm. But they were proudly and boastfully to put his information on television. When have you seen police officers done that way? Last time I checked, they are human. Last time I checked, they do bleed. Last time I checked, they do have a brain. Last time I checked, they do have a pumping heart. Help me out with that one, family. Help me out with that one. Before I go down to Miami, we're gonna do another. We're gonna stay on the FBI for a second, because that was the FBI agent. That was an FBI agent. Smoke that one over, people. FBI agent. Eduardo Valdivia. FBI. Federal Bureau Investigations. Smoke that one over, people. Smoke that one over. Check this story out right here. This is funny. This is too funny. It's funny, but ridiculous at the same time. Check it out. Retired FBI agent is accused of swindling Texas woman out of $800,000. Actually, this story was found when we were doing more research on the Eduardo case. This popped up, and this was just a day ago on Google. Retired FBI agent is accused of swindling money. Excuse me, a swindling woman out of $800,000. Now, and he was retired. He's a retired FBI agent now. But the story says the former agent told a woman she was on secret probation over drug crimes at one point proposed marriage. Federal prosecutor said. So what he did is he was sexing this lady. William Roy Stone Jr., age 62. He retired from the Dallas field office of the FBI about a month before the scam began. Even proposed marrying the victim, and she said he would try to discharge her from probation, prosecutors say. Stone allegedly threatened and stole from his victim, exploiting her trust in law enforcement and for own financial gains. Chloe C. Pierce, special agent in charge of the Justice Department Inspector General's office in Dallas, said in the statement. Now, Greg Gallion, a lawyer for Mr. Stone, said in a statement on Sunday, Mr. Stone will clear his name in the courtroom, and in doing so, will bring the actual facts to his case to light. Boy, please. You know, you knew this woman had money. Quite naturally, you probably knew where she got her money, because you telling her that she's on some drug probation charges, secret probation charges due to the drug crimes. So you knew what her ex lover or whoever was doing. You knew it. You knew what you were doing. You knew exactly what you were doing, and you did it. You exploited this lady. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, madam, for bringing this dude. Thank you. Thank you for bringing him up. Thank you so much. Because people like that, it's more of them, ladies and gentlemen. He's not the only one. He's not the only one. There's more of them out there doing the same thing. And it's beyond the fact that, you know what, I'm a police officer, I don't get paid a lot of money. Well, you know what? If that's what your gripe is, go get another job. Many of us do that. Many people have 2 and 3 jobs. I have an aunt who at one point in time had 3 jobs, maybe 4 jobs. But I know at one point in time she had 3 jobs to make ends meet. Some of it was the job that she loved. Police officer, if you love being a police officer, but you're not getting enough money, hey, go get yourself a 2nd job, a 3rd job, a 4th job. Go do something else other than swindling people. Instead of taking drug dealers' money and not accounting all the money that you took from them when you arrest them, you taking some of that money home. Nah, take it to the courthouse. Take it where it's supposed to be. Take it to the police station. Don't take it to your house. Some of the jewelry that you done put in your back pocket when some of your police officer friends didn't see you doing it, or they did see you do it. Yeah, how I know what I'm talking about. People. Something else. It is something else, something else. The situation down in Florida, Miami-Dade. I'm sure by now everyone's heard of the story down in Miami-Dade, what's going on. It's sickening. You know, the thing with Urban Voice Media is this right here. We do not talk about one sector without talking about the other sector. Meaning, you know, police officers are out there shooting brothers and sisters up at will. And brother and sisters are shooting one another up as well. You need to be talked about. You need to be handled. You need to be corrected. And we're not going to sit here at Urban Voice Media and just talk about police officers doing it when the stories pop out about the brothers and sisters doing it as well. Now, what I didn't like about this story was the media was quick to say that it was a rap fatal shooting. People. Yes, I roll my eyes. They're so quick to state and put on the name of rap music is the reason why there was shooting. They don't even know yet. They don't even know who did the shooting. They're still looking. And I'm going to check this out right here. And I say that to say this right here. Y'all check this out. I'm going to share my screen and show you something. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Actually, that's not the one I wanted to show you. The one I'm going to show you is right here. Check this out.
Manhunt in South Florida after the mass shooting outside a banquet hall. Authorities releasing this surveillance video of the 3 suspects in that SUV pulling up to the scene. There you see them armed with assault rifles. And late today, police saying they found that car in a canal. ABC's Victor Oquendo is at the scene just north of Miami.
Tonight, our first look at the 3 suspected gunmen wanted by police for a mass shooting outside a banquet hall in Miami. Watch as they jump out of that white Nissan Pathfinder, heavily armed with assault-style rifles. They're out of frame for less than 10 seconds before rushing back and driving off. In that short time, 2 people were killed, 20 wounded. More than 100 shell casings recovered at the scene. Police say the crowd outside the venue returned fire. Just hours after that video was released, police divers finding that vehicle submerged in a canal, saying it was reported stolen earlier this month. The venue had been rented out for a local rapper's album release party. Police say the shooting was targeted, but still don't have a motive.
Okay, now I'm going to stop right there. So, if you hear reports that, hey, there was a rap shooting down in Miami-Dade, scratch that. Scratch it. They just stated they don't know the motive, so you cannot put rap on attached to that. Hey, it just so happened the shooting was at the facility where there was a rappers releasing his album release party. Now, once all the information come in and they say, hey, it was targeted towards the rappers, then you can state that. But why are you opening up your mouth attaching rap to any of that? Yes, I take offense to that, ladies and gentlemen, because it makes no sense. I mean, so what? There was a rap party there, release party there. Until you know what's going on, who are you? That's he say, she say. You just, you know what? That goes back to an old rap song with Run DMC, Got a Big Mouth. And they say, blabber mouth is what you are. Media, that's what you are. You are blabbering stuff that you don't know what you're talking about yet. Wait till you know what you're talking about before you start blabbering in reference to maybe it's rap related. Uncle Luke Skywalker, he reached out and he had statements to say in reference to the shooting. He's been speaking up lately. Actually, Luke ran a couple years ago for something in politics. I can't remember what it was, but he's big into politics and having change down in the Miami-Dade area. He's down in South Florida, and he's big in making change down there. And it just makes no sense, brothers and sisters. You jump out your car to go and shoot, cause havoc for what reason? What did you gain out of that, brothers and sisters? Note, there is a reward now out for anyone that has any information on who may have done that. And I'll tell you this right here. In our community, go back to what Run DMC said. You talk too much. Our community, we talk too much. We talk entirely too much. So these brothers and sisters, they will get caught. I give it by the weekend, they'll be caught. Because, not saying that they should, keep their mouth closed, and when you do dirt, when you do wrong, don't tell people what you're doing. But that's just the nature of the community, of the hood, of the urban areas. We can't do things without bragging about it. And killing people is nothing to sit up and brag about. That's just damn right foolishness. You had no right doing it, whoever you are. And yes, you do need to get caught. You need to be off the street so you won't continue to keep doing what you just did. It was senseless. You have a beef with someone, settle your beef up and move on. Don't sell it with gunfire. Sell it with some type of good resolution where you guys can come together and say, you know what? I don't see it your way, but you know what? I'll pass this go around. You go ahead, my brother. That's the way to handle things, ladies and gentlemen. Not shooting up. This is senseless. That right there is just senseless. Senseless information. Very, very, very senseless. I don't get it. Everyone, Auntie and Sade will be back on Hot Topics. They both were busy in their schedules for the evening. We needed to bring this up front because there's so many things that is going on, and we didn't want them to pass by or bringing it up. And we didn't want to be late in the session of bringing up the topics that are hot right now. So that's why we're airing tonight, and I'm on the set by myself. But ladies and gentlemen, while we do that, we're going to go to a little break and reference to some things that Urban Voice Media is involved in. And that's a couple comedy shows that's coming up. There's one coming up June 26th. It's LOL Comedy Experience with Gerald Kelly, Alicia Bridges, Wood Delane, Gabby being me, and also hosted by the great, wonderful, great Nick Lewis. Y'all check this out right here.
It's your boy Gerald Kelly. I'm in the gym. Today, I'm working on legs. Fat nigga lives matter. It's leg day, baby.
What's up, Facebook world? How you doing? Nick Lewis is going down June the 26th, Gastonia, North Carolina. Down in the gas house. They got my man that's going to be in the house. good about it, New York City. You know the green-eyed bandit, Mr. Gerald Kelly. I'm going to be holding it down. I'm going to be hosting the thing and holding it down. You know what you want to do. You know what you want to do.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's happening, everybody? It's comedian Gerald Kelly, the green-eyed bandit of comedy. Comedy Central, HBO, BET, man. I'm so excited about coming to North Carolina, Gastonia, North Carolina, at the Legacy Event Center. The Legacy Event Center, June 26th. Come on, Nick Lewis is hosting, bringing a couple special guests with us. Other special comedians are going to be there. Your boy Gerald Kelly's the headliner. Alicia's going to be there. My man Delane is going to be there. It's going to be super crazy. Get your tickets at Eventbrite right now. It's going to be at the Legacy Event Center, June 26th. Hosted by Nick Lewis with your boy Gerald Kelly. Let's go, baby.
All right, guys, there you go. There you got it. All right, there's another story out there. Running down the line. The police. Oh, also with the young man being shot down in Florida. Man, his dad. They show clips of his dad being just. He talked about his son and how inspiring his son's life was going to be, and the things that his son was involved in, and quite natural with any father or any mother who loses a child to violence like this, it hurts. I mean, it's senseless. I mean, it just makes no sense as to why we are still doing these things to our fellow brothers and sisters. Why are we still out there trying to shoot, trying to hurt, trying to take the lives away from a brother who look like you and I? And I'm not just talking about skin color. I'm talking about human being, point blank, period. Why are we doing things like this? Why? I say that to say this right here. Check this out. Memorial Day. Over the weekend, everyone done, the Memorial Day festivities. Most people think of Memorial Day as memorial for soldiers, memorial for parents who have, been here and was very inspiring in their lives, who's now passed on. When I think of Memorial Day, I think of the people who I know definitely sacrificed their lives for the position that I'm in today. And when I talk about that, I say the Memorial Day for our fallen brothers and sisters who died in the 1921 massacre in America, Tulsa, Oklahoma, due to the Black Wall Street. For those who do not know what the Black Wall Street is, there was a time when in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the black community had only 36 blocks to operate. They had 36 blocks in Tulsa to, if you wanted a business, you could be within those 36 blocks. You couldn't go no further, just those 36 blocks in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, they accepted that. They took it, and what they did is they earned money, they spent money, and they kept money within those 36 blocks. Now, these individuals gathered to the point where they had their own hospitals, their own schools, their own pharmacies, their own grocery stores, cabs, you name it, they had it. But there was one community who didn't like that because they weren't getting none of that black money. Guess which community it was? I'll give you a second to think about that. Guess which community that was? As my shirt says, you do you, they will adjust. Do you and they'll adjust. Well, the white community did adjust. They adjusted by getting politics involved, police involved, and they killed them. The people in those 36 blocks. They dropped bombs on that portion of the city. Made sure they flattened any and every business that blacks owned to where they couldn't operate no more. No matter who got killed, you weren't going to be there no more. They did that. I'll place it on the screen once again, ladies and gentlemen. 1921, 100 years ago. Mr. Biden, he did visit Tulsa yesterday. Or was it Monday? I think it was Monday. He visited Tulsa, and he met with a selected few, and they spoke in reference to that. And he apologized for that happening. He was the first president to ever apologize for something that America did to its own out of hate. It's horrendous, people, when people sit up and say, well, hey, you have the same rights that I have. No, I don't. No, I don't. As a black man, I do not have the same rights as any white woman or man walking today. I didn't say I didn't have rights. I said I don't have the same rights. I do have rights, but they're not the same. All of them, I'm not going to say. Some of them, a great deal of them. They're not the same. My sisters who look like me do not have the same rights as white people. I would love to see that day when it is equal. Do I feel that day will be near? Yes. There was a show we had in reference to, black people need to wait. And I was like, no, we've been waiting far too long. How much longer we got to wait? Others don't wait. Others are getting theirs now. Why are our mentalities stuck to where we need to continue waiting? People, I implore you, stop sitting back and looking towards waiting. The moment the masses say, hey, I'm no longer going to wait. The moment the masses say, hey, you know what? The change going to come, as Sam Cooke said, and it's coming right now. When that moment happens, guess what, guys? We'll get that equal rights. But it won't come until all of us say, hey, we're ready for it right now. I said that to say this. That right there, I kind of like took the token from this sister here. She had an issue down in Atlanta. Miss Monique. I hope I can get you to come to Gastonia, North Carolina. I'm trying hardly to get you, my sister, to the Gastonia. And I'm going to do everything in my will to finally get you there. Monique, I stand beside you in what you said, my sister. And for those who don't know what she said, think about it. In my day, my fad that I hung around, the fad that I wanted to be associated with. When I say fad, I mean the style of clothes I wanted to wear, how I wanted to wear them. I was a teenager. I was in early 20s. I wanted to wear it the way I wanted to wear it, whether my mother and father agreed with it or not. But I was taught decency. And if our brothers and sisters of the youth today would learn more about where we come from, I honestly feel that they too will have decency. Whether they mother, father, grandparents, or whom have you, taught them decency enough. I honestly strongly feel once our people learn where they come from, and I'm not talking about Africa. I'm not talking about that. If they can go that far back or willing to go back that far back, fine. But what I'm talking about, if our family members were to learn about Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, and a little further deeper, even up in New York when they had the massacre there, if they would learn more about that, then maybe then they too would gather decency. This young lady right here, and I say young for a reason. You're not old until you hit 100. That's what my grandfather and grandmother always told me. She's nowhere near 100. But this is what Monique had to say. And y'all check it out. Y'all just listen.
Y'all, some of y'all have given me the title of auntie. And I'm honored that y'all do that, right? But there are times where auntie gotta talk to her babies and say some real shit. Got to the airport yesterday. I was excited, like, all right, baby, let's go get him in Jackson, Mississippi. And as we began to walk through the airport, I saw so many, actually too many to count, and too many for me to tap. But I saw so many of our young sisters in head bonnets, scarves, slippers, pajamas, blankets wrapped around them, and this is how they're showing up to the airport. I've been seeing it, not just at the airport, I've been seeing it at the store, at the mall. I've been seeing sisters showing up with these bonnets and headscarves and these slippers. When did we step away of let me make sure I'm presentable when I leave my home? And if you don't want to comb your hair, they got enough shit out here now, baby, where you can style yourself up and look like you have pride. All of those posts that you see celebrities putting out there saying, hey, queen, hey, queen, hey, queen. Well, can we start putting it into action? So I'm asking our wiser sisters, when we see our little babies out there looking like they just don't care, and I'm not saying y'all don't, it looks like it.
Now you think about what she just said. And see, I have to reiterate my words a lot to people because people would take your first word and miscrew it to something that you didn't even say. She said, it looks like that you don't care. She didn't say you don't care. She said, it looks like you don't care. And I agree with Monique because the main thing is this here. You remember back when they talked about, the women, they couldn't wear braids on certain jobs. They go to interview, they wouldn't get the job because of the braids. They didn't get the job because, they just look a little too ghetto or whatever. I'm like, okay, so now you don't went beyond braids. You don't went beyond looking ghetto to just looking just out the bed. So what, we're not looking for jobs no more? So what, we're not looking for a better us no more? Notice she said, our babies. She was talking about the youth. And how someone didn't raise them. I go back to something that a comedian said, who raised you? Yeah, who raised you? Who raised you to act like that? Who raised you to walk out your door, to go jump on a plane, to go to a grocery store with house slippers? I see it. And it ain't just the ladies. The guys do the same shit. Really? It's too hard for you, whether you stink or not. It's too hard for you to put on some decent clothes, to go outside your door, to take care of whatever business you have, that you got to look like you do when you sitting around watching something stupid on TV. I'm with you, Monique. But see, people got on Monique hard about that. And Monique had to come back and she had to reiterate. And I love it the way she said what she said in the next segment of her. This was done yesterday when Monique came back and said, look, okay, I get it. I got it. Let me set the stage straight. Y'all check this out right here, what she said. Check it out now.
Hey, my sweet babies. I've been thinking long and hard about what I'm going to say in this post. Because the post that I did Friday in reference to us being the best us that we could be, it rubbed some people wrong. But I want to share this with y'all. And there were two people in my life that, had I taken a different attitude, I could have felt like they was rubbing me wrong. But I'm glad I took the attitude of appreciation and gratitude, because they tapped me. And that was Patti LaBelle and Margaret Avery.
Mm-hmm.
Patti LaBelle had to tap me one night. We were getting ready to do a show, and I was in my feelings over some shit. And that woman had to come tap me and tell me, get myself together. And she didn't tell me with lollipop kisses and pancakes and syrup all over. Mm-hmm. She told me what I really needed to hear. And I was grateful for that night because it impacted my life.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Margaret Avery, I was grateful the night she called my dressing room. And she said to me, baby, focus on getting some more of that weight off of you because I see what you're doing. And I'm glad those two women love me enough that they would go out of their way to talk to me in a way that aunties, mamas, big sisters talk to their little sisters, nieces, grandbabies, daughters. I was grateful for that because it allowed me to think about things differently. Never once did I think those women were trying to be offensive. Did I think they were trying to be nasty or mean? I thought what it was nothing but love. So for you babies that have taken offense to what I've said, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with y'all being in your feelings about it. I'm okay with that. Because when you love somebody for real, I know y'all will get over that. And when y'all say, we will cancel your ass, well, they've tried that. And I'm still here to let y'all know I love you. And ain't nothing you can do about that. I love our community. And ain't nothing you can do about that. So if you're offended because I've said to you, you're a queen and you're beautiful. And when you wear that damn bonnet and your pajama pants and your slippers, anywhere you go, don't you know you block your beauty? Don't you know you block your beauty? Let your beauty be seen and shown. See, remember the time we were raising hell because they didn't want us to wear our natural hair. They didn't want us to do the things we wanted to do with our natural beauty. Now, why ever would you block it? Why ever would you block it? So I'm unapologetic about what I said because I said it with nothing but love. And I said it with no judgment. For the sisters that got it, I'm glad. For the ones that didn't, I'll wait.
Now check that out. She said, you're blocking your beauty. When you go out there with bonnets on your head, scarves all over your head, looking any kind of way. She said she's unapologetic. She's not apologizing. She meant what she said. She wants our sisters, young sisters, older sisters, to represent. Show the world that we are somebody. We can look like somebody. Whether we act like it, we at least look like it. But most definitely she would want you to act like it as well. Then at the end, she said, I love my community and there's nothing you can do about it. She said, I love my community. And for you young sisters, check this one out right here. And I'm going to use it too, Mo. I'm going to use it. She said, for those who didn't get it, I'll wait. Meaning, I still love you. It's just going to take you some time to catch up with where I'm at. And that's what I say to everyone on Urban Voice Media. You might not get it right now, but guess what? We'll wait. We'll wait for you to understand what it means behind this name back here. Urban Voiced Media. Yeah. Thank you, Mo. That meant a lot because she didn't have to come back and say, for the second time, hey, I love you guys. Straighten up. She did not have to say that. She didn't, but she did. Stand behind you 100%, Mo. 100% we stand behind you. With me saying that, ladies and gentlemen, we do have. Check this one out right here. And after this, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Stay tuned for our next Hot Topic segment. Sade has some things that we're going to be displaying of Sade and her business she's doing. Oh, man. Hold up. Before I go, check this out. Got one more thing. I forgot about this one right here. It's bad cartoons. This is what's going on in the media right here. Check this out right here. Then I'm going to come back to you.
Press record.
Go ahead.
I have a 1.5-year-old son that watches any and everything on TV. Now, I know in the past I've seen these things where it says, hey, if you're watching YouTube or if you're watching so-and-so and so, make sure that you watch the full video entirely through, because there are demons and there are all these other things and brainwashing and mind-washing things going on that your kids should not know about. But what? Yes, I'm finna say this. What in the full fucks is this?
Hey, what are you doing? Huh? Jaywalking, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop. Oh, no. Stop, no, get down right now. Get down on the ground. You are such an arrest. No, cooperate. You know jaywalking is against the law. It's a federal offense. What are you doing? Don't you move. Don't you touch me. Okay, back up. This is Officer Sure responding to a request for backup. What seems to be a problem here? This man was jaywalking. All right, stand back. Let me handle this. Son, put your hands up right now. Son, I'm asking you to put your hands up. Son, if you do not put your hands up, I'll be forced to use this firearm to dispose of your threat. Son, are you listening to me? Don't you play dumb, son. He's reaching for... All right, you asked for it, motherfucker.
Please protect your kids, because this is wrong on so many levels. And I wanted y'all to make sure that this was me doing this, because this is a bunch of bullshit. And I'm not even into all the protesting and all this other stuff, but this is a bunch of bullshit. So protect your kids, and y'all are wrong.
She was correct. That was wrong on so many levels. She was incorrect when she says that her 1.5-year-old son watches anything on TV. Madam, you can be mad at me if you choose. That's your choice. You're at fault for allowing your 1-year-old and a half to watch any and everything on TV. That's telling a little bit about your parenthood, ma'am. It's only the truth. You said yourself, 1.5-year-old watches any and everything on TV. You're allowing your 1.5-year-old to do that. You are. Not the cartoon creators, you are. Now, was the cartoon creators wrong on so many levels? Yeah, they had the police officer reload. If you listen to it closely, ladies and gentlemen, that police officer ended his clip, put another clip in, and started shooting again. Are the children of today watching that with some type of enjoyment, incitement? Yes. Is that teaching the young children today that, hey, black kids are bad? Yes. Go back to you, madam. You said that you're not into the protesting and all the other stuff. I'm not sure what you meant by all the other stuff. I always say this in reference to some people. They don't want to accept the truth until the truth actually hit their neighborhood, until the truth actually hit their home, until the truth actually take one of their family members out. Then they want to accept the truth. I hope that was enough for you, madam, to accept the truth. I'm not going to judge you. I'm only going on what you stated. But I hope now you accept the truth and you try to do and educate others in reference to the truth that you now see. If not, shame on you. Shame on you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is real out there. There's a lot of hate to bring down the urban community as much and as violently as they possibly can. It's our jobs to correct that. Why I say our jobs, they're not going to do it. Out of the length of time that America has been in existence, where have you seen that they have tried to do it? I'm not stating that all people of one sector is evil and wrong. What I'm stating is there's a great mass that is. So whose portion is it to fix what it is that's wrong? Think about it. This is the big dummy of the day right here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all check it out. And it is dumb.
Damn, son. Bruce Wayne, how you doing today? Can I see your pilot's license? I'm gonna need you to step out of the car for me.
He walked up to the dude and said, "You're Bruce Wayne. I'm going to need to see your pilot's license." Well, he tried to show up to him. He flew open that door as a pilot flies. And he flew open that door. And away sailing, that police officer went. Goody, goody. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who enjoyed this session, I want to say thank you. We're trying our best to do the best we can to bring great information to you guys. Please stay tuned, stay informed, stay attached to Urban Voice Media in any and all aspects possible. On that note, I'll see you on the next session. This right here is a tribute to the family members who went through the tragedy over the weekend down at Miami-Dade.
Just gotta get some things off my chest. Tough times, I hope y'all holding up. We'll be alright, cause we always is. But I'm feeling like this.
How many mothers have to cry? How many brothers gotta die? How many more times? How many more times? How many more marches? How many more signs? How many more lives? How many more times? Take a look around. Can you see it now? Don't be colorblind, cause when they're killing mine, they'll try to justify it. Oh, each and every time. Playing in the park, taking you a jog, sitting on the couch, in your own house. Never seen no matter what we do. You think we don't matter, but we do. You got a problem cause the city on fire, but you quiet when niggas die. Let the soul about that body that we buried. You a God, now you no longer have to worry. It's so hard to sing these words out loud. All these beautiful, precious black lives, lost in the name of senseless white rose. Tears falling from our eyes. How many mothers have to cry? How many brothers gotta die? How many more times? How many more times? How many more marches? How many more signs? How many more lives? How many more times? Tell me, how can you be quiet? You know your language and your hurt is a riot. All we ever see from you is violence. You know you ain't no better if you silent. You talking about the city on fire, where your rage when my people die. We ain't slaves, let my people fly. Now it's time, watch my people rise. How many mothers have to cry? How many brothers gotta die? How many more times? How many more times? How many more marches? How many more signs? How many more lives? How many more times? How many mothers have to cry? How many brothers gotta die? How many more times? How many more times? How many more marches? All across the world. How many more signs? How many more lives? Shame I gotta ask. How many more times? I'll leave you with that.